Hello, and welcome to Vissel Kobe. Why Kobe? Because it is the home to premium beef known worldwide, tranquil landscapes inside of a port city that has a lot to offer, including some of the world's best professional wrestling on the face of the planet, Dragon Gate. Oh, right, yes. With that, there is also a very passionate football club in the J1 League here that has seen some recent success, but they're still looking for their first Meiji Yasuda J1 League title. After years of inconsistency, the club has been finally finding its footing over the last couple of years with sponsorships from Rakuten, as well as the leadership of none other than Andrés Iniesta.
Vamos, vamos, tiki-taka, tiki-taka.
That's not quite what we're playing on this save, but let's run with that, sure, whatever. Anyways, sponsorship money came about at the beginning of the season too. Thanks for that, Rakuten. Really appreciate you guys so much. While our preseason is nothing to write home about, we do end up doing some good bit of transfer business, bringing in Jiro Nakamura from Gamba Osaka for our future here. Good wonder kid. Sergei Semper gets injured, unfortunately, during the preseason, but we go into the first game of the league. And how does that turn out for us? Well, so we start off the month pretty well, winning all of our games, but we do get hit with the injury bug in the process, including Yuya Osako being out for half of the year. That's our star striker, by the way. Sucks. But we do some good transfer business with Benfica, with Barcelona for a couple of their rooks, and of course we bring in the Solomon Islands wonder, Rafael Leai. But during the process, Ryuho Kikuchi also demands a transfer out of the club because he wants to go play Asian Champions League football in South Korea, so I do end up giving that to him, but the team decides to call a locker room meeting immediately after, feeling that I'm failing the club in some way, shape, or form, so there's only one thing that I can really do to kind of make up for all of this mess. So March doesn't start off on the best foot between a draw to Yokohama F. Marinos happening, and then getting our collective stuff rocked in the Levain Cup against FC Tokyo, bringing us to our first loss of the regular season. But in the Hanshin Derby against Cerezo Osaka, we do bounce back rather beautifully. We do continue that form into the remainder of the month here with a couple of victories in the Levain Cup against Consoladore Sapporo. Alongside that, we also do have a bit of a mixture there to end the month between a loss to Sanfrecce Hiroshima and then bouncing back with a win against Jubilo Iwata. The results here are good enough to give us the lead over the J-League. We are doing some good transfer business to fulfill the promise to Iniesta. Everything is going along well.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Okay, don't freak out, don't panic. It's only 2 losses, they're bad, but it's only a month. We can certainly 100% bounce.
Ah! God damn it!
This month just got a hell of a lot harder. Okay, give it to me. What happens? 5 wins, 3 draws? How? Who? So after the absolute carry job in May by Koya Yuruki, we have a much quieter June in terms of the scheduling, but with a couple of wins sprinkled there between the J1 League and the Emperor's Cup against the Marinos, which leaves us in first place at the table with Kashima Antlers and Nagoya Grampus following us right behind, which leads us into July, in which the fixtures are rough yet again here. For all intents and purposes though, we do start it off well with a pair of victories to begin the month against Nagoya Grampus and lost to Shimizu S-Pulse, but we have a little bit of a bounce back there with draws, victories, But Kashima Antlers does take advantage of some of the losses and draws here and kind of take us over with being 5 points ahead of us on that. But nothing that we can't fix. We got them pretty soon, but then we also have Shonan Bellmare, who are in the relegation status right now. So feels like as good of a time as any to rest our start as you would think. But as it turns out, things don't quite go as well as we would have hoped. And to top it all off, we have to rescue a draw against the league leaders in Kashima Antlers, which does keep us quite a distance away from them with Nagoya Grampus gaining ground on us as well. But in the meantime, though, the games do continue to keep going accordingly here, and we do have some good results in the Levain Cup, leading us to facing Kashima Antlers in the semifinals later on down the season. Rescue a win against Kashiwa Reiso there at the end of one of the J1 League games. And then we have August, which includes an Emperor's Cup third round matchup against Shonan Bellmare. The Emperor's Cup, the longest running tournament in all of Japan, dating back to 1921, and it also happened to be the first tournament in which Vissel Kobe actually won any hardware of any kind. And so repeating it wouldn't be a bad call, especially as we are trying to aim for eventual AFC, Asian Champions League football here, and Bellmare is still in the relegation zone, so maybe we can make something happen against them here. What just happened? Crap. No, we need to do something. We need to do something against these guys before it's too late. Come on, guys. Sakai, come on. Go over. Muto. Turn it. Shoot. Oh, no. No, there's no way. There's no way they got us again. With the shocking loss in the Emperor's Cup and being 5 points behind Kashima Antlers with 6 games left to go, the situation definitely looked dire. All that we could do at this point is just win as many games as we can, roll the dice, and see what happens. The team definitely seemed to get the message across as they do go on a bit of a run here, results against Yokohama, all while Kashima Antlers do drop points, which means that a win here against Urawa Red Diamonds does put us in the lead of the J-League as we go into deadline day, make some signings for the future, including Shonan Bellmare's Taiga Hata, which then leads us into a crucial matchup against Sagan Tosun, which we do take him out in comfortable fashion. But the biggest thing is that with Kashima Antlers dropping points these last couple of games, it does put us in a very key position coming up in our match against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. The task is pretty simple. If we win this game, we are crowned J1 League champions. Yuruki goes in the first couple of minutes, scores. Okay, ref. Why are you calling for a VAR on this? He was on the line. Just, come on, make the decision here. Let's go. 1-0. Right, Osako. Nadamuto. Ooh, what a dribble here. Penalty? Nope, goal. Osako picks it up. Wait a minute. Ref, what are you doing? Why are we calling VAR on this? That was a goal already. What are you calling it for? Oh, a penalty. Wow. Could have just played the advantage here, but whatever, I guess it's a PK. Muto gets to make it up. Alright, Yoshinori Muto stepping in. Cool's ice. Let's go. 2-0. Scoring 2 goals within the first 7 minutes. We might actually be up for doing this. Come on, boys. And with a dominant performance in the books, the boys finally pull this one off. After many years of hardship, inconsistencies, Vissel Kobe are your J1 League champions. A guarantee of Asian Champions League football next year with that on top of it too, which is phenomenal for the long-term plans of the club in and of itself. They raised the trophy high up in the air here, as you can see. confetti shooting out from some blimp in the sky that we can't see because FM being FM. But the task isn't quite over just yet, as we do have the Levain Cup semifinals against a team that kinda sorta just dropped the ball on the J-League itself and are looking for a little bit of payback. Unfortunately for the Antlers, the confidence of this team is sky high after winning the J1 League title for the first time in team history, leading it to a dominant 3-0 first leg lead, and with a second leg that is as dominant as the first, that does punch our ticket into the finals for a first-time title opportunity at the Levain Cup and the possibility of a double.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
And the Levain Cup final itself does happen to be against a regional opponent in Tokushima Vortis, who are in J2 currently, but have been a rival to Kobe for a couple of years due to the distance between their stadiums in the Derby of the Straits. So let's get to it. The opening minutes of the derby itself do see our captain Andrés Iniesta open up the scoring with a beautiful free kick from outside of the box, but really the star of the show for this time around is one of our young guns in Keito Nakamura, who had been struggling with the few minutes that he had throughout the course of the season, but who decides to kind of have a breakout party on this one with a brace to seal us to victory 3-0 and get us the famed double with Vissel Kobe for the first time in Team League history. Double for the team here. Along with that, some new trophies into the cabinet. A pretty good first year, even with a couple of smaller bumps on the road in and of itself. Of course, the task only begins here at this point as the team lifts the trophy, as we are going to be aiming next year not only for more victories, but also for the Emperor's Cup that we missed out on, and ideally, maybe some Asian Leagues Championship football. But hey, that's a story for next season.